Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, another day. Today we're going to be breaking down the Portland Timbers start to the season. With 6 games in, we're going to break down every single game. I did have a journal where I kept all my notes for the games, and of course, when I'm going to do a big video like this, I leave it at my work, so yeah, I can't really go get it right now. But I do remember my majority of the things that I wanted to talk or say about the game. So we are going to start off on the February 23rd, first game of the season against Vancouver. It is the rematch of the playoff from last year, where the Portland Timbers suffered a 0-5 loss against Vancouver. And I'm going to read off the starting lineup. You guys are going to have the starting lineup on your screen, so you guys don't even have to worry about it. So the Timbers came out with crept, Serdman, Zach McGraw, Caban Miller in defense. They came out with Anthony Ortiz, who was making his debut, Chara, Ayala, and Forey, who was also making his debut, Kelsey, who was also making his debut, and Felipe Mora. But yeah, this game quickly turned bad for the Timbers, and actually Vancouver was attacking even moments before the red card. A little bit doubtful about the red card now that I've seen it, gone back and seen it. I'm a little iffy still, but can't really do much about it. So Caban Miller gets sent off in the 11th minute, and it actually, like, the Timbers, this is something that I've said, and like I've said it in a couple group chats that I'm in for the Timbers. Timbers are going to be a tough team to break down. I mean, it's not a whole lot, but it took them like 13 minutes to break us down. And even then, like, even after Vancouver's first goal, and even after the second, that halftime, like, we went to the halftime, when we came back from halftime, we was in the game. Like, I'm 100% convinced, and of course I don't want to live in the what ifs, like, but I'm convinced that if the Timbers scored a goal from the 45th minute to the 53rd minute, which is again another controversial call, which I'll get to in a bit, if the Timbers would have scored the 2-1, it probably could have gone 2-2, and who knows? Vancouver still probably beats us like 2-3 or something. But the Timbers win, and like Da Costa, he did not start this game, but he came in and he really changed that offense at halftime. Like, you know, like, I really like how he played this game. And then in the 53rd minute, Vancouver scores the third goal to pretty much seal the deal. That pretty much killed the game off. But now with some controversy. The minute prior, there was a foul on, I think, no, it was a handball on a Vancouver defender. No call, didn't even go to VAR. Or I think it went to VAR, and VAR didn't do anything about it, and because it was 3-0, and whatever momentum the Timbers had going forward. Suleiman got subbed off that game. So did Ortiz. If he started for Ortiz, Forey was alright. He did get a yellow. And then Nelson scored 4-0, and then Anthony got a goal for us back. But nothing really else happened. Timbers lose the first game of the season, 4-1. And this is where I started seeing a lot of people being negative. They were like, "Oh, this is the Timbers, like, you know, this is how the season's gonna go," and stuff like that. One thing that I will say is that this game I couldn't judge, because we had gone, and like, I know that it's our fault and kind of the ref's fault, but our fault mainly. 79 minutes plus whatever added time, so like almost 90 minutes without having like 11 against 11. So I couldn't really judge. But the fact that I had to make a video, make a TikTok, make a short, whatever, saying that give time to this team, because I was seeing like, oh, season's over, oh, same players, same shit. Like, man. And we're gonna move on to the second game, but let me just end up this. I'm happy that I've been right, and I'm happy that a lot of people kind of listen, because if we go to the next game, and let me just end on this. Vancouver just ran with the game as they should. They were up a man against this vulnerable Timbers team that was still in that game, was still trying to figure out stuff. Like, we played with the new formation that we hardly ever play with two new players who don't really know the system, a young center back that literally was two center backs instead of three because of come on Miller. I mean, Eric Miller did come on in that game and make it a forward line with Forey. But other than that, can't really say that you can judge that performance, especially since it's just the first game of the season. And we are gonna move on to the second game of the season, which was against Austin FC, who is our opponent tomorrow. Why did this? What the hell does this thing go all the way? Yeah. So the Portland Timbers played Austin the following week in Providence Park again. And this game, we had a little bit of change of formation. Change in goal even. Pantami started instead of Maxi. Maxi, I saw, had a couple mistakes. I think the second goal was a mistake from him, and that pretty much, ended our chances. So the Timbers came out with Pantimis, Servman, McGraw, Ian Smith, Anthony, Jao Ortiz, Ayala, Forey, Da Costa, Mora, and Lassiter. Lassiter being the only questionable for me, and to some people, Jao Ortiz hasn't really been the player. But it's like, dude, you're bringing a guy from, like, where did he play, like in South America, like in Ecuador, to be part of a system that he doesn't really know, and he hasn't done as bad as people want to say that he has done. But let's go figure with that. In this game, it really was. People started off dominating the game. They had a couple chances. I think Anthony or Lassiter had the chance in the first half to put us up 1-0, but it missed. Something that I did like, defensive Timbers were way better. Like, this is what I'm telling you. We are gonna be more tough to break this season. You're not gonna see us, outside of us getting fucking screwed in some games coming up and the first game of the season by the refs. You're not gonna see us get absolutely fucking destroyed. The Timbers, they let Austin attack, but Austin attacked we were just shutting them down. Like, if there was a time within in the 35th minute to what time does the 65th minute, it's all Austin. But I looked, because I went back to the game like a couple days ago to see if if I'm seeing this right. We didn't let them do anything, nothing at all. They couldn't break us down at all. So props to the Timbers for that. It's just, Ayala's been sensational. Mora's work ethic is never gonna go noticed, because there's no stats. Anthony coming back to defend has been amazing. Forey playing in a position that he's not really comfortable with, but still driving is good. I think Forey should start almost every single game. Sometimes give him the rest and put Bravo in, but I think Bravo has acknowledged that he is the backup now. So there's that. And in the 89th minute, Da Costa with from a free kick. It was kind of doubtful, the goalkeeper kind of fucked it up a little bit, but nonetheless, the Timbers grabbed a late winner and won the second game of the year, up to 3 points out of possible 6. And the following week, they face. Is this the Galaxy? Oh, Nashville. Oh boy. So we are moving on to the Nashville game. Nashville against the Timbers. Yeah, okay. This game was something else. So Nashville got to the first penalty was a penalty more than the other one. Timbers came out with basically the same thing except for I think only Kelsey started up with Mora, and I think it's because Mora actually got hurt in the last game, so I think that was why. But yeah, controversial penalty. Nashville. I mean, the Timbers lost 2-0. We should have lost. I mean, I'm not gonna sit over here like, oh, they don't do it. But the first penalty is a penalty, more than the second. The second I didn't fucking understand. Like, it is just like, I think it's Surman or Surman. I don't know why I'm calling him Surman, like I'm saying it in Spanish. Surman or McGraw just like puts his body first, and the player just flops. Ref thought it was a penalty. They missed both. Pantamis becomes the second goalkeeper to save 2 penalties in the game, and I think he's the first or second to I'll put the picture up in MLS history to save 2 penalties in a half. Not even in a game, in a half, which is crazy. And then at the end of the first half, Nashville took the lead, and then in the second half, we really didn't really attack that much. I mean, we didn't really have like Kelsey and Lassiter. I mean, they're not Mora, they're not Jonah, and like, I'm not calling them out. I'm just saying there's levels to this. Like Jonah, we don't really have Jonah Rodriguez yet. We don't have Moreno wasn't even back in this game, and like you guys will see, Moreno has been a key factor of us turning our first game around. And yeah, Timbers lose 2-0 in Nashville, and then the next game was in Portland against the Galaxy. So we are moving on to the fourth game. Damn, we're really. I thought I would take more, but yeah, no, like that Nashville game, we deserved to lose, but the way that we lost, or like the way that we could have lost, was. But anyway, next weekend against the Galaxy, reigning champs. Back four, Pantamis in goal, Eric Miller, Sermon, Kamal Miller back, Jimmy Forey, defensive mids, Chara, and Ayala. I gotta give credit to Ayala. Ayala has learned the system. He's been amazing, and him and the pairing with him and Chara has been fantastic. So and man, that's another defensive mid that we have that's really good, along with Perez and Chara. So props to Ayala. Also Anthony and Da Costa. That connection, dude, it's like, if they can really cook, dude. So yeah, Anthony, Da Costa, and Moreno came back from injury, and Mora up top. And actually, it would be Felipito Mora in the 49th minute giving us the lead, scoring the first goal of the season. Amazing goal. I mean, score a goal, and yeah, it looks like, I mean, watching this game, I was like, the Galaxy are gonna pull the fucking bullshit and just tie this shit. And that's what they did. There was a call for like a handball. The way that he like stopped it, it's like kind of hit him right here, but that's not a handball. To me, that's not a handball. Like I'm sorry. You want me to, be truthful. I didn't think it was a handball. I did think there was offside, but then they went back to review it and there wasn't. So, who was it that tied it? Christian Ramirez made it the 1-1, and yeah, there was not a doubtful, a penalty that should have gone the Timbers' way at the end of the game. Christian Perez literally gets taken out by a Galaxy defender, no call, doesn't even go to VAR. Like, and like, I remember that I put a message in like one of the group chats that I made for the Timbers. If the Timbers continue to be like this, no, like if the Reds continue to be like this for the Timbers, I'm gonna go to the hospital because I was so pissed. Like, how is it a clear foul not being called? Doesn't even go to VAR because it didn't even go to VAR, and there's no explanation. Okay, the handball, it was some bullshit of like it's another play or whatever the fuck. Penalty, cool. It's a fucking penalty. Like almost every 50% of the penalties are down for anyway. But but that literally steps on Perez's foot, and bullshit. Like I think the referee's like, oh, like I gave advantage. Gave up advantage of what? The fuck are you giving advantage for? Last one literally shoots it like 5 seconds later. That's not an advantage. Come on now, no, dude. Like so yeah, the game ends 1-1. Timber, shoot, like man, that. Yeah, I'm telling you, that got me. That game really did get me heated. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, anyway, we're going to the fifth and penultimate game, which is against the Colorado Rapids. And actually, shout out to Moreno. Moreno was really good in that game. So yeah, Moreno's injury. Moreno coming back from injury really has helped the Timbers. And then the Timbers come up with the lineup: Pantemis, Eric Miller, Servman, Kamal Miller, Jimmy Forey, Jesus, Diego Chara, Ayala, Da Costa, Moreno, and Anthony Amora. Literally, I'm looking at this on Google. Every single fucking player on the Timbers has a 4.1 or higher. What the fuck? Like, Ayala played amazing. Chara played amazing. Like, Chara, we saw Chara in Denver shooting long shots. When the fuck has Chara ever shot a long shot? Probably since like years ago. Like no disrespect, I love Chara, but he doesn't rarely shoot, you know. But yeah, Moreno was big in this game. Anthony was fucking fantastic in this game. Colorado, I mean, Timbers weathered the storm. Colorado did start the game attacking. It looks like I was like, man, we are gonna we're gonna lose this game because I did not see, like us coming back. And then it wasn't until in the 45th minute of 45th plus one of stoppage time when Da Costa sent us a ball, and it is scored by Atencio, which is a player from Colorado, and the Timbers went up 1-0 at halftime. And like right away, like the Timbers scored a second, and Anthony gets his second goal of the season, and he makes it 2-0. It seems like the game was over. Colorado did keep attacking, but it wasn't really no clear chances. It wasn't until I think it was 40 until the 75th minute, Kelsey came out for Mora, and on a counter, Jimmer Forey finds Kelsey and scores the third goal and gives the Portland the 4-3 points in a tough environment against Colorado, away from home. We're not a great away team, so that was a big win. Timbers get the 3 pick points there, and yeah, happy with that. Timbers played fantastic. You could see that Phil Neville, with what he has to his disposal, he's making it work. Da Costa, he doesn't care about the stats. All he cares about balling. And Da Costa, something that I am gonna say bad about Evander never pressured. Like, okay, he would pressure. I'm not saying that he didn't. He would pressure, but Da Costa pressures, like, you know what I mean, like, yeah. So yeah, I got to give it up to Da Costa. Moreno was amazing in the end, and like Anthony got man of the match that game. Well deserved. And anyway, we are going to the final game before tomorrow, and that is against the Houston Dynamo, which historically we have struggled in previous years with the Houston Dynamo. But we faced the Houston Dynamo, who hadn't won all season. I think they all had lost, or maybe they had like 2 points. Oh, and actually in the Colorado game, Mosqueda actually did come back from injury. So yeah, I do got to say that. So we start off against the Dynamo. Pantemis, Jimmy Forey, Kamal Miller, Surman. I don't know why I keep saying Surman. Sermon, Mosquera. Guess his first start. Ayala, of course, and Chara. I'm guessing that's gonna be the defensive pairing for, unless it's like Chara. I think it's like Ayala and Perez, Moreno, Da Costa, and Anthony and Moreno, and Mora. Jeez, the Timbers were up for it. Yes, Houston did start out to have the game somewhat like attacking, but it was just Timbers. Timbers were up for this game. They saw a weak Houston and they were like, you know what, the best chance to beat them. We haven't beat them in 2 years, I think, something like that. And Mora scored the first goal. He got his second goal of the season. A very good, striker goal. Those are striker goals. Like he slotted home on the goalkeeper's left. Striker goal, kind of curves it. Houston Dynamo ties the game on a free kick. A mistake from Jimmy Forey. Didn't see the run from Escobar and Franco Escobar. Loves scoring against us. I think he scored in the MLS final with Atlanta. So yeah, they did 1-1. Timbers had a great counterattack. Da Costa and Mora had a fantastic counterattack. I think it was Mora found Anthony, and Anthony just chipped it over the goalkeeper. 2-1 going into halftime. Timbers really wanted it and needed the 3 points, and Anthony seals the deal in the 71st minute. Mistake by the goalkeeper, I think it's Da Costa, picks it off, and Mora literally got murdered on that play. Like, Mora literally got murdered on that play. He sacrificed himself. Should have been a red card, but Anthony seals the deal. 3-1. Timbers are now 6th place in the Western Conference. And yeah, tomorrow we have 6th place with 10 points. Tomorrow we play 2nd place Austin in Austin. It's gonna be a tough game. Man, if I were to predict, I would say a 1-1 draw, and a 1-1 draw is pretty good for us. I mean, I like the way that the Timbers are playing. I don't know what I could say. A lot of people did overreact after that first game, and I was like, man, calm down. It was 11 against 10 for like 80 minutes. Got to give it time, and like I'm happy that I did, and like I'm happy that we did. Got to keep having faith in this team. Da Costa's only gonna get better. I mean, like, I really like Da Costa. Like, giving up Evander so far hasn't been that bad. I feel like what I tell people is, like, I feel like it made us a more complete team, less tougher team to break down, because you have Joao Ortiz, you have Ayala, you have Char, you have Paredes, who all four of them you can rotate, and Ortiz is only gonna get better. Actually, like in that last game against the Houston Dynamo, when he came in for, I think, Chara, he was amazing. Like, I think he completed almost all of his passes, had a couple of chances. I'm telling you, like, he's just gonna get better. Like, gotta give it time, gotta give this team time, and now we go into a hostile environment, which is Austin, which is never easy to play, but my prediction for tomorrow is 1-1. Da Costa scores the Timbers goal. I think Austin takes the lead, and then Da Costa equalizes, and we just take a point home. Happy days. I mean, to be honest, like, getting a point in Austin is really not that bad. And after that, we got Sporting Kansas City. But yeah, anyway, that's going to be the end of the video. Sorry for making it a long one, but I wanted to break down the first 6 games of the Timbers. And I feel like I did it better today than last time. But yeah, Timbers play Austin tomorrow. Hope we win. But to not get at least a point would be nice. But I always want to win, so hope we win. But that's my prediction, 1-1. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the Thorns video that I'm doing during international break. So I basically have another week, but I'm gonna try to do it either this weekend or sometime during the week. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm out. Peace.